I've been in the same shoes that President Trump has been in, so that's why I understand it a little bit more than the average person. Unless you've been in this type of fight, you don't have no clue of what this is really about. Yes, I agree with Lindsey Graham. This is a selective prosecution, but I believe that the defense, as well as the DOJ, are basically not using common sense here. On January 6th, as far as what happened, if it was a 1776 moment, none of them idiots or the swamp creatures would be in office right now, because we would be getting the job done and America would be in a lot better place. Factually, people, nobody has determined anybody is mentally unfit to be on trial or anything. None of that. So what that means to me, if I was going before the Supreme Court, I'm going to say, what happened to grown-ups? People being responsible for their own actions. And I have been to several different speeches where it has become very controversial. And also at the same time frame, I know most people didn't do anything after that speech because guess what? They're grown-ups. There's other ways to handle things. And then also, I'm not going to tell people there ain't the time to fight. Because realistically, I have never seen the country in this much of a position where every citizen has a right to self-defense, but not only, it's going to apply. Meaning, whether you want to be for the Second Amendment or not, that may be the only reason why you stay alive. And what I'm saying about these trials and stuff like that, when you have grown-ups that know what they're doing, that's their choice. President Trump cannot tell this grown-up over here to stop or to continue to do something that they decide not to do. There's no gun to your head. You're not being forced. So what happened to grown-ups making their own decision? And realistically, this witch hunt and this craziness going on with the courts, everybody's seeing it. Everybody knows exactly how that feels, to be railroaded, to have people destroying evidence that should be there and available for use for trial, and then you have the courts ignore it and allow the injustices to continue because they are part of that corrupt system. That's why Virginia, I plan on making sure it's a straight overhaul of judges as well as prosecutors that decide to act in this manner. We will not be answering political questions in a time that we are in crisis because of these politicians. It's time for the American people to be served first. You should not have to pay for justice, or if you can't afford justice. Justice should be universal and applies to each and every one of us. Regardless of how much money or whether we have a lawyer, the truth should speak for itself and the facts should speak for itself. And when we have courts determining truth and fact based off of how much money they are paid, this is nothing more than Big Pharma and other big corporations playing games that disadvantage people who deserve and rightfully do deserve justice that is going to be effective to deter injustices for the future. But right now, we are not seeing that deterrence. We are seeing that continuity, that continuality of oppression that's going to be the melting pot that destroys America unless new leadership is installed. And I am that leadership. 1776, Merrill Rutherford, Virginia Governor, 2025.